Morning, all. All right, so 3 days worth of games on the board today. We have 4 games tonight in the National Hockey League, 13 games on Saturday, 5 games on Sunday. So let's jump in with Friday. All 4 of them early starts. So 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific start between Philadelphia and the New York Islanders. The Flyers 22, 21, and 6 overall. They have a team save percentage of 873, which is the lowest in the NHL. On the Islanders side, 19, 20, and 7 record, 894 save percentage. On the Philadelphia side, their leading scorer over the past month, so the numbers I've put on the board are the top 2 leading scorers, and then a third player I want to talk about, and of course for the second game on the board, it'll be the third and fourth leading scorers, and another player I want to talk about. Konechny, the leading scorer for Philadelphia over the last month, 14 games, 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points. He's been fantastic. Morgan Frost, 14 games, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. Sean Couturier, 14 games, just the 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. So maybe he's due for a 2 goal game, that kind of thing. Islanders, Barzal, 11 games, 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points. Their leading scorer over the past month. Horvat, 11 games, 7 goals, 3 assists, 10 points. Kyle Palmieri, due for a goal. He has 4 assists in 11 games over that same time period. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific start between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars. Dallas, the hosts here, of course. Vegas 30, 14, and 4 overall. They have an 897 save percentage. Dallas 29, 17, and 1 with a 906 save percentage. On the Vegas side, Theodore, 14 games, 1 goal, 14 assists, 15 points, has been their leading scorer over the last month. Eichel, 13 games, 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points. Keegan Colasar, his offense has dropped off a bit. That's to be expected. 13 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. I don't think he ends up with 20 goals, but hey, he's already set career highs. On the Dallas side, Robertson leads the way, 14 games, 8 goals, 11 assists, 19 points. Johnston right there with him, 14 games, 5 goals, 12 assists, 17 points. Stankoven's play has been better lately, and I think he's due to go on a bit of a run. 14 games, 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific start between Tampa Bay and Chicago. Tampa 25, 18, and 3 overall. They have a 901 save percentage as a team. On the Chicago side, 15, 28, and 4 record, 890 save percentage for Chicago as a team. So on the Tampa Bay side, Kucherov, their leading scorer over the last month, to the surprise of no one, 14 games, 7 goals, 13 assists for 20 points. Jake Gensel, 13 games, 5 goals, 7 assists for 12 points. Connor Geeky, 13 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points. I'm still, thinking that Geeky's going to go on some kind of a points run at some stage this season. The talent's there. On the Chicago side, Bertuzzi, 12 games, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Bedard, 12 games, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Bertuzzi, 12 games, 7 goals, 3 assists for 10 points. Frank Nazar. Nazar's been playing pretty well. 12 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. At some point, Nazar is going to go on a run, too. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific start between the Utah Hockey Club and the Winnipeg Jets. Utah 21, 19, and 7 overall. They have an 897 save percentage. Winnipeg 32, 14, and 3 overall. They have a 914 team save percentage. On the Utah side of things, Clayton Keller, 12 games, 4 goals, 11 assists, 15 points over the last month. Logan Cooley, 13 games, 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points. Kerfoot, 13 games, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. Kerfoot can score, just hasn't been as consistently in the scoring column as he used to be. He still can. On the Winnipeg side, Connor, 13 games, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. Yes, he can. Ehlers, 13 games, 4 goals. We're not arguing about this. Ehlers, 13 games, 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points for him. So they're the leading scorers for Winnipeg over the last month. Cole Perfetti, just 2 assists in 13 games. He's one of those ones, too, that I think is due to go on some kind of a run. Could be a 2-game run, could be 10, could be 15. Maybe it'll be 80. Who knows? All right, so getting into Saturday's games. So we have 3 matinee games on Saturday. So again, I'll do a review of the 3 matinee games together so that I'm not doing a 13-game review late at night that's going to include a game that started at 10 a.m. my time. So 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, the Colorado Avalanche in Boston against the Bruins. Colorado 28, 19, and 2 overall, 883 team save percentage. On the Boston side, 24, 20, and 6 record, 890 save percentage as a team. And yes, Colorado's team save percentage has come up since the goaltending changes were made, but the team in general still 883 on the season. On the Colorado side, McKinnon is their leading scorer over the past month. 13 games, 5 goals, 13 assists, 18 points. Mikko Rantanen, 13 games, 6 goals, 6 assists for 12 points. Kiviranta is due for a goal. He's been all around it lately. 3 assists in 13 games. The Bruins side of things, Pastrnak, 14 games, 11 goals, 10 assists, 21 points. I've been hearing less about how Pasternak's not producing like Pastrnak should, and it's ridiculous how well he produces considering he is easily their most dangerous player, and he would be getting keyed on by basically everybody on the other team. Zacha, 14 games, 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points over that same time period. Poitras's been good in his call-up so far. 5 games, 3 assists for Poitras. 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific start between Buffalo and Edmonton. Buffalo 18, 25, and 5, 883 save percentage. Edmonton 30, 15, and 3 overall. They have an 896 team save percentage. On the Buffalo side, of course, Thompson's their leading scorer over the last month. 13 games, 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points. Jason Zucker, 11 games, 7 goals, 5 assists for 12 points. Owen Power's been quiet. 13 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points over the last month. On the Edmonton side, of course, Draisaitl's their leading scorer. 14 games, 11 goals, 11 assists, 22 points. Connor McDavid, 12 games, 5 goals, 11 assists, 16 points. Of course, he won't be playing in this game due to the suspension. Janmark's due for a point. He doesn't have any points. 14 games played in the last month. Let's get him at least an assist. 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific start between Pittsburgh and Seattle. Pittsburgh 20, 22, and 8 overall, 884 save percentage. On the Seattle side, they're 21, 25, and 3. They have an 890 team save percentage. On the Pittsburgh side, Raquel, 13 games, 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points. Raquel's been fantastic when in the lineup, and I only say when in the lineup because he did miss a game, not this past one, but the one before. Crosby, 14 games, 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points for Sidney Crosby. Malkin, 10 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Evgeny Malkin's still a good player in the NHL. He's still productive, but obviously his days of 100 points and plus, those days are gone. On the Seattle side, Schwartz, 13 games, 7 goals, 6 assists for 13 points. Very productive month for Jaden. Kakko, 13 games, 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points. Not too shabby. Shane Wright, 13 games, 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. Things have been going a little better for Wright lately, so Wright seems to be finding his way in the NHL. And then we get into the evening games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games starting at 7 Eastern, and then one starting a half an hour later, and then it's late start. So this is honestly not too bad. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the New Jersey Devils and the Montreal Canadiens. New Jersey 27, 17, and 6 record. 902 save percentage as a team. On the Montreal side, 24, 20, and 4 record. 887 save percentage as a team. On the New Jersey side, Jack Hughes, 13 games, 3 goals, 8 assists, 11 points. Nico Hischier, 13 games, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. Their top 2 scorers over the past month. Tatar, 11 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points for Tatar. On the Montreal side, Lane Hutson is their leading scorer over the past month. 14 games, 1 goal, 12 assists, 13 points. Caulfield, 14 games, 7 goals, 5 assists for 12 points. Hudson's point streak ended last night, didn't it? There were so many games that were on it. Didn't occur to me until just now. Anderson, 14 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points for Josh Anderson. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Toronto and Ottawa, the Battle of Ontario. Toronto 30, 17, and 2 record, 900 save percentage on the season. Ottawa 24, 20, and 4 record, 898 save percentage on the season. On the Toronto side, Marner, their leading scorer over the past month, 14 games, 5 goals, 16 assists, 21 points. Austin Matthews, 10 games, 9 goals, 6 assists, 15 points. Matthews is picking it up. Max Domi continues to struggle offensively, just 6 assists over 14 games. But is he prominent? Absolutely. On the Ottawa side of things, I've got the wrong name on the board. I'm not sure how, other than I did this way too early in the morning. All right, fixed. Giroux, 14 games, 1 goal, 7 assists, 8 points for Giroux. Showing that Ottawa's offensive struggles have been going on for a bit here. Shane Pinto, 14 games, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points over that month as well. Adam Gaudette, 14 games, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. He's cooled off from that red-hot start he got off to this season, and really Ottawa needs somebody to catch fire. And in this game against Toronto, maybe that's the one that gets them out of the funk they've been in. They haven't scored a goal in a while. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Tampa Bay and Detroit. Tampa Bay, as previously mentioned, 25, 18, and 3 with a team save percentage of 901. Detroit 22, 21, and 5 on the season, and a team save percentage of 890. On the on the Tampa Bay side of things, looking in the wrong column. Braden Point, 13 games, 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. Brandon Hagel, 14 games, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Mitchell Chaffee, expect a little more points than 1 goal in 14 games over the last month, so maybe he gets a couple of points in this one. On the Detroit side, Dylan Larkin has been playing very well. 14 games, 9 goals, 10 assists, 19 points. Raymond's right there with him. 14 games, 6 goals, 13 assists for 19 points. Michael Rasmussen, very quiet. Just the 1 assist in 14 games over the last month, which is crazy to me. He's very talented. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the LA Kings and the Columbus Blue Jackets. So Columbus back home. We'll see how this goes for him. LA 26, 14, and 5 overall. They have a 902 team save percentage. On the Columbus side, 23, 19, and 7 record, 884 save percentage. On the LA side, Kempe, 11 games, 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 points for him. He's playing very well as we get ready for the Four Nations tournament. Fogle, 11 games, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points for Fogle. Fiala, not exactly producing the way we know Fiala can. 11 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points over the past month. On the Columbus side, Werenski, 14 games, 4 goals, 14 assists for 18 points. Werenski's just in the zone. Marchenko, 14 games, 6 goals, 9 assists, 15 points for him. Del Bell Belouz, in the 8 games he's played since his recall, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. He looks perfectly at home in the NHL, and so we'll see if he sticks around for the rest of the season. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Dallas and St. Louis. So Dallas goes from hosting Vegas to playing in St. Louis. Dallas, as previously mentioned, 29, 17, and 1 overall. 906 save percentage for them. St. Louis 23, 22, and 4 on the season. 895 save percentage for St. Louis. On the Dallas side of things, Duchesne, 14 games, 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points. Dodonov, 14 games, 4 goals, 7 assists for 11 points. Sam Steele's due for a goal, 2 assists in 14 games over the last month. On the St. Louis side, Holloway, their leading scorer over the last month, 13 games, 2 goals, 13 assists for 15 points. Jordan Kyrou, 13 games, 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points for him. Broberg's quieted down, so Holloway's got the points going. Broberg's quieted down offensively, 13 games, 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start as well for Calgary in Minnesota against the Wild. Calgary 23, 16, and 7 on the season. They have a 902 team save percentage. The Minnesota Wild 28, 18, and 4 record, 905 team save percentage for Minnesota. On the Calgary side, Huberdeau, 12 games, 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points, has been their leading scorer over the past month. Kadri, 12 games, 3 goals, 7 assists for 10 points. Rasmus Anderson had a post last night. He's been all around it. He's due for a goal. He has 3 assists in 12 games over the past month. Whereas on the Minnesota side, Zuccarello leading the way, 13 games, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. Marco Rossi, 13 games, 5 goals, 7 assists for 12 points. Marcus Foligno, 13 games for him, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. You don't expect offense with Foligno so much, but I wanted to put Foligno's name on the board. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific start between Carolina and the New York Islanders. So the Islanders host Philly, and then they host Carolina. We'll see how that goes for them. Carolina, 30, 16, and 3 on the season, 890 save percentage as a team. Islanders, as previously mentioned, 19, 20, and 7, 894 team save percentage. On the Carolina side, Jarvis has really become quite the revelation, hasn't he? 15 games, 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points. So finally, Carolina has somebody who's really heated up. It's definitely helping their recent record. Stahl, 15 games, 6 goals, 7 assists for 13 points. Jordan Stahl, right near a point per game. Roslovic has quieted down after a hot start. 15 games, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points over the past month. On the Islanders side, Anders Lee, 11 games, 7 goals, 2 assists, 9 points. Nelson, 11 games, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points for Brock Nelson. Duclair, quiet. 11 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points. Not so productive since returning from injury, but he's fast, he's talented, and he can go on a run as well. And then we get into the late starts, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. We have 3 games starting at that time, including Washington in Vancouver against the Canucks. Can the Canucks win their weekly Saturday night game? Well, the Capitals are number 1 in the league, so since nobody's expecting it, maybe. Washington, 33, 10, and 5 record, 913 save percentage as a team. Vancouver, 20, 17, and 10 record, 881 team save percentage for Vancouver. On the Washington side, Dubois, the leading scorer for them, 14 games, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points over the past month. Tom Wilson, 14 games, 7 goals, 4 assists, 11 points. And Ethan Frank, in his call-up, 7 games, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Ridiculous amount of speed for Frank there. On the Vancouver side, Miller's their leading scorer over the last month, 13 games, 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points. Quinn Hughes, 9 games, 4 goals, 6 assists for 10 points. Teddy Bluger, very quiet, 1 assist in 13 games over the last month, but maybe he's due for a goal. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start between Nashville and Anaheim. So Nashville's won 5 in a row. They've won 2 in a row over San Jose. Now they get to take on Anaheim. Nashville 18, 22, and 7, 891 save percentage as they try to dig their way back into the playoff chase. Anaheim 19, 23, and 6 overall. Team save percentage of 903, which is very good. On the Nashville side, Forsberg, 12 games over the last month, 9 goals, 9 assists, 18 points. Marchessault, 12 games, 3 goals, 11 assists for 14 points. Nyquist, 12 games, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points for Gustav. On the Anaheim side, Troy Terry leading the way, 11 games, 6 goals, 6 assists for 12 points. Strome, 15 games, 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points for Ryan Strome. Carlson, 15 games, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. Leo Carlson's been quiet recently, so maybe he can get one tomorrow. We shall see. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start as San Jose hosts Florida. 2 teams that have had their struggles, but San Jose's struggles are way more struggly than the struggles. Struggly is a word. Way more so than Florida's. Florida 28, 18, and 3 record, 891 save percentage as a team. San Jose 14, 31, and 6 record, 889 save percentage as a team. On the Florida side, their leading scorers over the last month are Jesper Boquist, 13 games, 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points, and Anton Lundell, 13 games, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points. Sam Bennett, just 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points in 13 games. It's a contract year for Bennett, and I don't think the production like this is going to lead to any kind of trade rumors necessarily quieting down. Although I can't see Florida trading away key pieces. I just can't see them doing that. On the San Jose side, Celebrini, of course, their leading scorer over the past month. 14 games, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. Granlund right there, too. 14 games, 3 goals, 7 assists, 12 points. Luke Cunnin, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points in 14 games. He was in a fight last night. Maybe he gets a goal tomorrow night. On the Sunday side of things, so let's go ahead and jump into Sunday now. Again, it is a 5-game day. There is 1 matinee game starting at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m. Eastern. It is Colorado, who played against Boston the day before, so they have 2 matinees back-to-back for Colorado. First in Boston, then in New York against the Rangers. The Colorado Avalanche 28, 19, and 2 record, 883 save percentage. The Rangers 24, 20, and 4 record, 904 save percentage. The Rangers' numbers are getting a lot better. On the Colorado side, Drouin, 11 games, 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points. Lehkonen, 12 games, 8 goals, 2 assists, 10 points for Lehkonen. Ross Colton, not as productive as he was before the injury. 13 games, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points over the past month. On the Rangers side, Adam Fox, 12 games, 2 goals, 12 assists, 14 points to lead the way. Panarin, 14 games, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. Will Cooley has cooled off. 2 goals in 14 games over the past month. 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific start between Utah and the Ottawa Senators. So Utah goes from Winnipeg on Friday to Ottawa on Sunday. For the Utah Hockey Club, 21, 19, and 7 record, 897 save percentage. The Ottawa Senators, who will have hosted Toronto the night before, 24, 20, and 4 record, 898 save percentage. On the Utah side, Schmaltz, 13 games, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Barrett Hayden, 13 games, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. Krause, 13 games, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. On the Ottawa side, Josh Norris, who of course didn't play last night, 13 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points. And Stützle, one of the many who are struggling right now, 14 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points for the Sens over the past month. Jake Sanderson, I knew there was a J name in there. Jake Sanderson, 13 games, 5 assists for him. So he's due for a goal from the blue line for Ottawa. 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific start between Calgary and Winnipeg. So for the Flames, 23, 16, and 7 record. They go from Minnesota to Winnipeg. .902 save percentage as a team. Winnipeg goes from hosting Utah to hosting Calgary. Winnipeg 32-14-3, 914 team save percentage, which again is pretty good. On the Calgary side, Blake Coleman, 12 games, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points. So he's been starting to pick up the production recently, which is bad news for everybody else because when he's productive, at least over the last year and a half, Calgary's been pretty successful. Pelche, 12 games, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Good on Pelche for getting himself back in there and being productive. Pospisil needs a goal. He has 2 assists in 12 games over the last month. The Winnipeg Jets, Scheifele, 13 games, 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. Velarde, 13 games, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points for Velarde. And Morgan Barron, one of my favorite members of the Jets. He's hardworking. He had a goal in their last game. 13 games, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points over the past month. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Minnesota and Chicago. Chicago, the hosts here. Minnesota 28-18-4, as previously mentioned, 905 save percentage. Chicago 15-28-4 record, 890 team save percentage. So they go from hosting Tampa to hosting Minnesota. Those are both tough games for Chicago. On the Minnesota side, Boldy, 13 games, 5 goals, 6 assists for 11 points. Hartman, 13 games, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points for Hartman. And Huznetdinov, no points in 13 games over the last month. And you know, maybe because Huznetdinov just really stands out. But I hear his name a lot from commentary. He's definitely got the puck often, just he's not had any puck luck. On the Chicago side, Teravainen, 12 games, 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points. Seth Jones, 12 games, 2 goals, 8 assists, 10 points. Jason Dickinson is not having the kind of season he did last year. 2 assists in 12 games over the last month. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific start for the final game of the night. So, what's interesting is that it's an 8 o'clock Eastern start for the final game of the night, both on Friday and on Sunday. And as somebody who watches all the hockey, I appreciate that. So, Florida 28-18-3 record, 891 save percentage. Vegas 30-14-4 record, 897 save percentage. Is this the Stanley Cup final preview? There you go. So Reinhart, 13 games, 6 goals, 1 assist, 7 points. I mean, it's not it wouldn't technically be a rematch because they didn't meet last season, but it is a rematch from 2 years ago. So yeah, Reinhart, 6 goals and an assist for 7 points in 13 games. Verhaeghe, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points in 13 games. Sasha Barkov, just 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points in 13 games. At some point, Florida's going to really get the offense going again. I think it's the dog days of January. On the Vegas side, Dorofeev, 14 games, 9 goals, 4 assists, 13 points. Hurdle, 14 games, 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points. So right near a point per game for him over the last month. And Holtz, just 1 goal in 12 games for Holtz. I really thought going to Vegas would cause his goal scoring to go up by a lot. It really hasn't. But there's still time. We've got almost half a season left. So let me know your picks in the comment section below, which teams you think are going to win these games on the board. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'm going to say this at the end too. The fact that I have 3 days on the board, it does take a lot longer to set these boards up than it did when I used to do the 1 day. But not having to worry about the Sunday preview on Saturday night, it's great. It's been great because the power rankings get done earlier. I get my night done earlier. I have 0 regrets about the way I'm doing the previews this season. So I kind of wish I could go back in time 5 years and tell myself, hey, do multi-day previews. Because that's what you do with a time machine, right? Anyways, I'm boring. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys again for everything. I will talk to you again soon.